Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with my August layout share. Looks like a large pile, however, most of them are process videos because August was a bit crazy. We were gone for a week. I worked more in August. Just things, sports started up, so I didn't get as much time to just sit down and scrapbook. What I did scrapbook, I wanted to make sure I put out for you guys. So we will start with this one. This is my newest video. This is the Happy Healing collection from Doodlebug. My son, I apologize, I don't think they're too gruesome. I wouldn't put anything nasty on there, but my son had a sledding accident, and so I wanted to document that, and this was the perfect collection. I did a little bit of fussy cutting with these band-aids, and then this little thing here, cut out the ouch and the stethoscope on my Cricut. This is a cut apart. I just trimmed down a little bit so it would fit. A little bit of mixed media. It is actually, I just completed it, so it is still a little bit damp on the back side, so I'm going to set this one aside, but really loved using this collection and had a lot of fun doing so. Now I have all of my Disney layouts grouped together, so bear with me if you're not a Disney fan, but this one here I am going to document, oh, I gotta flip that. Look at that. I did that backwards. We got stuck in the airport for hours and hours, so that's going to be this photo, and then this photo here will be when we finally got there. My sister picked us up, so I have to print those out yet, but I love how the paper in the Say Cheese Magic collection, there's a giant Minnie head and a giant Mickey head. I used Mickey, I think this month too, so you should, yeah, maybe not. I thought it was this. Yes, I used Mickey this month as well. So I guess I'll bring that one up front. So just really simple with the big head and a couple of easy clusters. These balloons are from, oh goodness, the Big Bits collection or ephemera pack, and I thought that was pretty interesting. They are quite a bit larger, but I felt like that helped really fill in that space up top. Used a couple of flares from Scrap and Happy Studio, their little Disney box. I just had a lot of fun documenting our travels to Disney with that one. And then here is the other half. They're two separate papers. So Mickey has stars, Minnie has hearts, I believe, is the rest of the paper. So I did fussy cut both of them. These I had left over, oh my goodness, from... Oh, this layout, I had printed a bunch of photos, and I had two left over, and my son is just a goofball, so I thought that was the perfect title. This one here was in Norway, and yeah, picking the troll's nose, and then this one here is funny. My youngest is so mad, still mad. He photobombed. This was supposed to be a cute picture of the two of them with the little Eiffel Tower in the background, and my oldest got too excited, and yeah, you can barely see my youngest in that photo. So I just thought these banners it was a perfect filler. I didn't feel like it was too busy up top here, and then just a couple of smaller clusters, but with all the patterns and whatnot, I didn't think I really needed much more. And then, like I said, that was part or leftover and inspired by this layout. This is from one of my Erica Rose Creates design team layouts. So the film strip cut file, and I used it for my photos, and then a couple of shaker pockets, and then just really used a bunch of embellishments, and had fun doing it. I could have just kept adding and adding and adding. I could have added some here, could have added some up top. Just really loved it, but just kind of, I guess I almost kept my embellishments at a diagonal there. My other Erica Rose Creates design team layout for this month, and you'll see the U's are missing. I need to find the other one. This one was stuck to another layout, so I need to find my other U and add it here. But this is the I Scream You Scream cut file. I did a little bit of mixed media, the smushing or packaging. Oh, there's the U. Packaging technique. Wish I would have done more. I just don't know how to go back and do that without getting it all over. So I don't know. We'll see if I will go back and fix it. Another half a Mickey, because this is the Dole Whip. So I wanted it to feel Disney inspired. And then a couple more flares from Scrap and Happy Studio, that same box. And just had fun with all of the different colors of this collection. And then we'll sneak back to the Disney. This one here, I just used lots of pieces from my stash, and I will journal here. My son did not know we were going to meet Stitch at breakfast the next day. So he thought this was his one and only meeting, and it was the most adorable thing. I think Stitch, his hat has ears, and I think that's the day that Stitch kind of grabbed his ears on his hat and kind of like shook it a little bit, and he just was enamored with Stitch. I had bought Stitch from Petticoat Parlor, and so I just found some frames that were on my desk. And then these puffy stickers are from Pink Fresh collection. These are from the same frames collection, and then just a small flare from Scrap and Happy Studio as well. And then these mixed media stickers, clear stickers, are from Hip Kit Club. So lots and lots of different products on this layout. This one here, I did a pretty big haul video. One of our local stores is going out of business, so I kind of went and focused on Disney because I've already gone twice and I have another trip planned in November, and so I figured, you know what? They were having a sale. I'm going to stock up. So this is the Tinseltown, the Say Cheese Tinseltown. And we are in front of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad. So I did Riding the Railway, and then had the train, because that is in the background. Again, another half a Mickey head. Why not? They are in all of the collections. And then really had a fun with embellishing. I kind of kept with maybe the movie theme with the movie roll and then the camera. And just a lot of fun. Again, a couple of flares from Scrap and Happy Studio. Again, it is a great box. I have so many left, but I feel like I keep using so many as well. So really getting my money's worth out of those flares. And last Disney one for the month, the Say Cheese Galaxy collection. I bought this at my local store as well, but it is new, so it is online. I just cut this paper into a triangle and just stacked my photos, and then just did kind of a couple of clusters, just simple. And it came together really, really quickly. I went through the ephemera pack and just started placing pieces where I thought maybe they would go. And I've found that in doing so, it really helps speed up my embellishing. All right, and this one here is Paper Rose Stay Wild collection. I bought this at the local scrapbook store too. I just could not wait to kind of dig into what I bought. That first one, this Happy Healing, was from that store as well. So this one here, I had only bought a few of the papers, and one of them had cut aparts. And so the triangles, these kind of arrows, those are all the cut aparts, as well as these two titles. So I really used the paper. I guess the film strip and then these puffy stickers are the only things that aren't part of the collection. One thing I wish I would have done, so you see how I used kind of a dark navy in between the green and the white. I wish I would have added that navy around my photo. I think that would have really helped it pop a little bit more as well. But had fun embellishing and fussy cutting. I can't believe I'm saying I had fun fussy cutting, but it really helped me embellish this layout. I didn't really have to think. I didn't have to kind of go in my stash and find anything. I really just used what I had. This one here was fun. This one is actually a birthday collection, but it had rockets. And so I thought this was perfect for this photo. I used what pattern papers I had left over of the collection that weren't birthday themed, and really just kept embellishing simple. So my title's 321 Blast Off. I was lucky enough that Blast Off was on the title foam stickers. I have this perfect chipboard rocket ship. And then I kind of just used a journaling spot as a kind of a a base for a cluster, and you can see that it is a plain background. I didn't want to add a bunch of patterns on this busy pattern paper. I do have to take or figure out what year. I will add the year there to kind of finish my little bit of journaling. I don't think it needs much, but I will add the year. Oh, this one. I think he is just so handsome. He will randomly decide he wants a Mohawk. Not so much anymore, but I figured I would scrapbook this one, and this Cocoa Vanilla collection was perfect for that. These two papers were scraps, and I decided to use it and cut a circle or whatever, half a circle, I guess, out of that paper. It just, again, came together quickly because of what I had. I used a cut-apart kind of for my title here, and then just kind of added a few clusters, some flares from Scrap and Happy Studio with those stars and a plain one down there, but just really came together quickly, and I like the way that this one looks. This one here is using 49 Market Vintage Artistry Everywhere collection. I had some rub-ons for this collection, and that's kind of, I really just wanted to use them, and that's what kind of inspired this layout. Lucky for me, I found a couple of traveling photos. This here is actually a rub-on underneath there, that America. This here, I think, just made it. That airplane is a rub-on, and it just, adding that green paper allowed me to add another rub-on because it was a solid. And then I just added like a phrase rub on down here. So yes, the background paper is already kind of mixed media and busy, but I wanted to figure out how I could add my rub-ons, the whole reason I wanted to do this layout. So I did add 3, and then just use the chipboard for kind of the clusters here, and then some of just a couple film strips. Now, a 2-page layout. This here was inspired actually by the Say Cheese Epic collection. So the Canada, all of these cut aparts are from that Say Cheese Epic one paper. I saw it and knew I needed it because I had these actual photos from Canada. So that kind of inspired the layout with kind of the plaid, and then the, I don't know, the wood grain teepees. I was going to use the other side. It's a bunch of phrases, but it's off-white, and the rest of it was kind of more on the white side. So I decided to go with the wood grain. And then I had a collection from Not Just for Boys Kit Club that had a sticker sheet and some, maybe the chipboard I got it Tuesday morning. I'm not really 100% sure, but everything came together so nicely. These wood pieces are actually from a One Canoe 2 collection. So I fussy cut those and just added those, and I felt like it just kind of was nature, and it just helped with these clusters. This was a big open space, so I'll journal a little bit, and then I felt like that just helped fill that in. I just added a small one down here. And I just really like the way that this one turned out. All right, the lone layout I did off camera this year, or this month. This year, nope. I've scrapbooked more than that. So this one is actually a travel collection. I can't think of what it's called now, but I decided to use it for fishing because of kind of the colors, the sunset ambiance on the photos. I thought it matched the colors really nicely. So I used 3 pattern papers, some tags for a base at the top. This little Polaroid, I backed it with the same paper and did my journaling there. And then I had these fish from Hobby Lobby from a school project, so I snuck a couple of the fish on there, made just a teeny tiny shaker pocket here as well, kind of covered it up, but it's in there. But yeah, just this one came together pretty quickly, and love that I was able to use kind of a travel collection for fishing and make it work. And then this one is Gnomes for Winter from Close to My Heart. Not my favorite, and I had a viewer mention that I should add an acrylic snowflake over top of that hole. And I agree, but I ran out of the acrylic snowflakes because I just scattered them everywhere. But I had very little left of this collection. And so I used the pattern paper and angled it, used some border stickers, and I had already stamped this out and I made it into a tag. I had another viewer mention maybe doing dashes around, so I might do that real quick as well. So this one's gonna get some things added to it based on your responses to it in the video. So I appreciate that. Never feel like you're going to offend me. I a lot of times would appreciate your ideas. I don't always do them. Sometimes by the time I get your comments, the layouts are put away and I just don't do it. But this one I think I'm going to set aside because I do like, I'll probably find like an enamel dot or something to cover up this. And then I think I'm going to do the dashes. And maybe I'll do like a navy to kind of bring in the twine at the top. So that one's going to the side. This one here is the Echo Park Teen Vibes collection. Cut a circle out on my Cricut and then use some pattern papers in the middle to kind of be a base for my photos here. And then had 2 photos on the outside. I will journal a little bit. I had this acrylic piece that matched really nicely. That's from Not Just for Boys. I do have some of this collection, but I have also some of it in a kit from Not Just for Boys. So that might be where that came from. I had 2 sticker sheets because I remember there was only 2 of these little characters on each, and I wanted to really include one in each of the clusters. If you watch this video, you know that I struggle with Echo Park because of all the sayings on the ephemera. It's just like every piece of ephemera has a saying on it, and they're really hard to layer or cluster together. I feel like too many sayings and it's too busy. So I do struggle with Echo Park. And I do feel like that's kind of why I tend not to purchase their collections as much, because of the embellishments. But I do like the way that this one turned out. I was able to layer some of the pieces. The sticker sheet doesn't have as many sayings, so I was able to use some stickers for layering pieces. And this one here is a Christmas collection. And I felt like the colors of the collection, or layout, the colors of the collection match my photos really nicely. I believe, oh, actually it's a Close to My Heart collection that I used. And I used a bunch of different embellishment collections. I see some simple stories. I see crate paper. So lots of different pieces, collections got added to this one, but the papers are close to my heart. So really simple design. My photos go all the way across the page, 3 different pattern papers, and then just some clusters, and then my title goes across the top. And lastly, possibly my favorite layout of the month. This was a panoramic picture. I was hoping it was going to print skinnier than this, but this is 8.5 by 11. It works. I made it work. And then just kind of some artistic photos I tried my hand at with the waves and the splashing water. The papers are close to my heart, and then these are $49 a Market. I have a little bit of Simple Stories. So again, really digging deep into my stash this month and combining a bunch of different collections. So I just had a lot of fun, and I am having a bunch of fun in my stash. However, I did go to the scrapbook store and bought quite a bit. And then when I got home, I ordered some Bella Boulevard collections. So I've got the scrapbooking collection coming, so you'll see that in September, and then the new teen Carson collection from Bella Boulevard, you will see that as well. And I'm like holding on to this photo because that collection has these big sunglasses that the boys are wearing, so I'm super excited to get that collection and create with it. So you guys will see those 2 collections for sure come September. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.